Dylan Halinger from the pavilion end. First ball of the match. Oh, and a wide one. Dylan plays for Canada, another Canadian squad national player. First ball was the wide. A little bit of a rust showing, but I'm sure he'll bring his line and length very, very quickly. A great bowler, a good bowler, bowling from the pavilion end. Plays for York today. He's playing for York squad in this particular event. York has got a great lineup here. Few national players playing for York, and they're playing against TKR, Toronto Knight Riders. Another wide one is really off start. Not a good start from Dylan, but he will really get his line and length. Very quick bowler. He has to bowl it over again. Was a wide. So legal first delivery. In comes Dylan. Oh, I think it was a borderline. It was a bouncer. Maybe I think the umpire may have signaled a bouncer, not a wide. So first legal delivery just finished. Dylan from the pavilion end.
Yeah, Dylan seems to be hitting the pitch hard. He's trying to extract bounce off the pitch, so bowling short of a length. Let's see how the batsman reacts. There's already one for the over.
Yeah. No, no. There was appeal for a caught behind, but the ball moved away from the batsman few feet, and of course he swung the bat. There was no deviation to the umpire's view, I gather, and of the ball, and he didn't play, he didn't touch it, so the appeal was denied. Dylan is getting his range now outside the off stump, and let's see what he does now. Oh yeah, stuck hard outside the off stump, gave him the width, and he capitalized it. Yeah, Bharat Negi was the batsman on strike, hit a magnificent four on the point, between point and the gully, and went lightning strike all the way for four. So the batsman Bharat Negi gets off the mark. In comes Dylan. Well run. Went for single. Rotate the strike. Good cricket. First hit a boundary. Take a single the next run. Get off the strike. Let your partner come. Yeah, Sunny Chauhan taking the guard. Sunny Chauhan is the batsman on strike now, the opening pair for the Toronto Knight Riders. Sunny Chauhan. Good ball, right on the mark. So Dylan is getting his range. I knew that he will. Good bowler, played for Canada. So as we mentioned, that these players have not been practicing that much indoors or outdoors at all, and just opened up their training cages and batting practices um, just a couple of weeks ago, 2 3 weeks ago, and now the first outing is the outside in a match environment, competitive environment for them. So all of them will need to bring their range fairly quickly in this particular event at Niagara T20. There was a dead ball.
Yeah, Dylan seems to have a very strong arm action, a very slingy action. He brings his hand right from around about 45 degrees, moving, looking for the outswing.
In comes Dylan, and yeah, they might try to go for two, and I think No, well fielded actually. Just restricted them to have just a single. End of the over. And score is 8 after first over. So bowling from the DMZ paintball end is Mohammed Omer for York.
Umair has deep mid wicket and long on outside, so he is protecting the slog sweep, starting off with spin here.
I think it's a good move because it's a true batting track here, the Niagara Cricket Center. So the fast bowlers really have to bowl in that particular channel or they get hammered. But spinner, yeah, they can. That oh, okay, okay. No, yeah. So it's good. It's a good spinner, Mohammad Umair, and that's bowling from the DMZ paintball end. And I think it's a good move for the captain of the York to bring him early rather than having pacers for both ends. So spinner from the DMZ paintball, and we had a good ball and driven towards mid off, well fielded, but they went for single.
Umair seems to be firing the ball in with the new ball, not giving much loop to the batsman, so it's hard to get underneath the ball. Let's see how he does.
Oh, good shot. Very good shot. It's going to run away for four. And actually, well fielded, very well fielded. Um, there was in the gap. Uh, the fielders out there on the covers tried to catch it, but it's really quite a bit away from him. Went through the gap. The sweeper came in, stopped the boundary, and now they went for two. Good to see some cricket coming back to the outfields, to the grounds. In the stage three, the games are permissible. So we have a good game going on here at Niagara Cricket Center and well fielded. In comes Mohammad Umair balls. And that, oh, they didn't quite carry it. No run. Yeah, it was a little bit of a chance. Ball didn't carry. End of the second over. And the score goes to 11. A tidy over actually for Mohammad Umair. Tidy over. 11. So power play is still on. Toronto Knight Riders might have to capitalize on this power play when you only allow two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. And this is something that they probably have part of their plan. Dylan continues from the commentary end, from the pavilion end. Oh, that's going to run away because Dylan is fast. He's a pace bowler that ran away all the way and climbed up to the berm towards the DMZ paintball. And there was an outside edge, but no fielder, no slips, and there's no fly slips. So it just that there was a gap, and ball just ran away for four. Four more to Toronto Knight Riders. They go to 15 for no loss. Third over in progress. Dylan bowling from the pavilion end. In comes Bowles. And a great shot. Went for second four. So two consecutive boundaries, two balls, 8 runs added. Yeah, Sunny Chauhan hit two back-to-back boundaries. Two back-to-back boundaries by Sunny Chauhan.
That was a lovely drive through the covers by Sunny. Dylan is looking to bowl a bit short of a length. He has a deep square leg outside, and he also has a deep third man. So he is looking to bowl short of a length. The batsman is expecting the ball coming a bit back of a length. Here comes Dylan again.
In comes. Oh, this could be out. This could be out. This could be out. This could be out, and he is. Keeper's catch. Dylan, good comeback. Two back-to-back boundaries, and then Dylan changed a bit of a length of the ball and took the first wicket of the Toronto Knight Riders. Toronto Knight Riders have lost their first wicket. Good comeback by Dylan. He was hit back-to-back boundaries, and the third ball he took a wicket. Yes, in comes Dylan. Played played down to the third man. Go for one, and that brings a total of Toronto Riders to 20. 20 for one. Toronto Knight Riders 20 for one, and Dylan is showing his class now. He was little bit off the mark his first over at the beginning, but that's because they all seem to be a little bit on the rusty side. But he's a good cricketer, exceptional bowler, plays for Canada, and he's showing his class now. Took the first wicket of Knight Riders. In comes Dylan. In comes Dylan. Bowls outside the off stump. Well left. Dylan. In comes Bowls. Oh, ball did not carry. There was a fielder on the first slip, actually more like second slip, but the ball did not carry to him for a chance of a catch.
Good over by Dylan, taking the ball away from the batsman. That was a good wicket taking delivery in the middle as well. Bowling just short of a length, cramped up the batsman for room and went up for a nice high catch to the keeper. Good start by York CC.
Yes, they have restrained Night Riders to not so they didn't let the Night Riders take a flyer start. So good line and length, good bowling, and they're trying to restrain Night Riders on the back foot a little bit. So right now it's 20 for one after three. Oh, great shot! That's going to run away for four. Beautiful drive, beautiful cover drive. Went for four.
Beautiful drive through the covers. The ball is not spinning at the moment. It is a new hard ball. Umair seems to be firing it in. He does have a deep mid wicket and a long on, and now they're changing it to a deep extra cover and bringing the mid wicket inside.
Okay, so we have Muhammad Umar continued from the DMZ paintball. In comes, and yeah, they tried to make a run, but it wasn't there, so sent back. No run. Uh-oh. Oh, direct hit. Direct hit. He was gone. Didn't collect properly. I think maybe direct hit. Yeah, there was a chance.
Umair again coming around the wicket, bowling left arm spin. It's nicely played for a single on the onside. Looking for two,
Not there.
just the one.
Not
So Umair bowling right into the wickets.
there. Yes, a good spinner of the ball, operating well, and oh, yeah, try to take a single. Not there.
Umair again firing the ball inside into the pads, looking for the LBW with the new ball. The ball is not turning that much at the moment. He has a deep mid wicket and a long on. Two catchers waiting outside. Here comes Umair.
Oh, great shot! Great shot! It will go all the way. It went all the way. Great shot. Went for a six. Straight over the bowler. Went straight toward the side screen. Went for a six. Beautiful shot. Picked up early. End of fourth over. And the score goes to fifth, 32. 32 for one after four overs. So that brings a good run rate now. I think they're in a good shape with the start that they needed. So they lost only one wicket. They had 32 after four overs, and the batsmen are looking comfortable on this pitch and seem like that they're capitalizing any loose ball they get and trying to go for big shots. And that's what 2020 is all about. You have to hit big shots. It's not a 50 over game or a 40 over game. It's 2020. The pace has to be maintained, 7 or 8 runs per over, if not better. So Dylan continues from the pavilion end. His third over of the spell. Wow.
That was a good bouncer by Dylan. Again, looking for the short pitch delivery. He has a deep square leg outside and a deep third man, so he's definitely looking for the top edges, trying to make the batsman pull the ball or cut the ball.
And maybe get an edge. And the way he did in the second over when there was a keeper's catch, the ball has a pace. So if you have a little bit of a miss, if you don't middle it, you can get an edge and it could go straight up to a keeper's or somebody in the slips or in the middle of the field, an easy catch. In comes Dylan. That was a little bit on the overpitch side, and batsman just running away. And oh, a bit of a misfield and went for four. Fast outfield. Fast outfield, went for four. Great shot. Used the pace of the ball, a little bit over pitch. I think Dylan was trying to give a Yorker, and well played by the batsman. But well played on the deep mid wicket, and just went for four. Very groundy shots. Beautiful shot on the leg side. Dylan in comes. Bowls. Oh, well bowled, well bowled. Ball moving away, cutting away from the batsman, looking for an outside edge. Experienced, very experienced player, Dylan. Not given, not given. Oh, it was a leg by.
That was wrapped on the pads. Dylan looking for the full and straight delivery, hit on the back leg. It was a very, very close call. Very close call. Maybe a bit of a height issue, maybe going over the stump slightly, but the batsman is lucky to be there at the moment. Here comes Dylan again. Oh, very nice delivery. Short of a length, bouncing well to the keeper. Looking for the cut, too close to cut. So Dylan right now bowling his third over, bowling well. Again looking for the outswing, has a slingy action. Here comes Dylan again. Short of a length delivery again. And that's end of the over. TKR are 37 for 1 after 5 overs. So we have a bowling change now. Coming from the DMZ paintball end, we have a Braj Khan coming in, who has played for Canada. So a very strong bowling side. He's a medium pacer, bowling into the wind. Raj Khan bowling to Sahil Patel, who's on 5 of 7 balls. Here comes a brush. Wide down the leg side. A loosener to start off. So this is one of the first games for a lot of these guys. Haven't had much match practice because of COVID-19. Niagara is lucky to be in stage 3 at the moment, whether most of the players are from the GTA and they are still in stage 2. Here comes Abrash Khan again. This one ball outside the off stump, a big wide, and that's gone for 4 runs. So 4 wides, not off to a good start. Wide down the leg side, followed by a wide on the offside. So easy runs given. TKR moved to 43 for 1 in 5 overs, so a very good start. Losing just the 1 wicket and 43 runs off the board. Here comes Abrash again. Still no legal delivery in the over. This one on the pads and flip away. That's going for 4. 4 runs. Nicely played by Sahil. Flicked off the legs, and that's 4 more runs. So already there's 9 runs off the over and just one delivery bowled. Abrash Khan still struggling to find his line. Here he comes again. This one bowled on the offside, over pitched, and that's driven down for extra cover for 4 runs. So that's 13 runs already off the over in just 2 deliveries. Abrash Khan seems to be struggling with his line. Good batting by Sahil, putting all the bad balls away. Nicely flicked first on the leg side for a 4, and now over extra cover, over pitch delivery outside off stump. Easily put away for 4 runs. Here comes Abrash again. Third delivery of the over. Full toss outside of the off stump, and that's given a wide by the umpire. So Abrash is still struggling to find his line. That's already 14 runs off the over in just 2 balls. Very, very expensive over. .52 in 5.2 overs. That's in a run rate of 10 runs per over. So TKR, after a bit of a slow start, are now cruising along. Here comes Abrash again. Still the third delivery of the over. And this one bowled a good line, good length outside the off stump, played straight to the covers for no run. So just 3 deliveries in the over yet. There's 3 wides and 2 4s. Sahil is looking good. He's coming nicely onto the front foot. Looks like a very good batting pitch at the moment. The ball does not seem to be swinging. Here comes Abrash again. Short of a length, the ball didn't bounce that much. He was looking to eye over mid wicket region and goes for a single. And now Bharat to face the fifth delivery of Abrash's over. It has been a long over with three wides in the over. Here comes Abrash again. They only have one fielder outside or two, an extra cover, and a deep mid off. Slower delivery, takes a quick single, very good running. Good running by Bharat and Sahil. The fielders seem to be on the edge of the circle, so singles are available. 53 for one. Finally, the last ball of the over, 16 runs off the over yet. And played over extra cover, right in the middle of the two fielders. And he takes a single to finish off the over. So a big and very expensive over by Abrash Khan comes to an end. 17 runs off the over, which takes them to 55 for one in 6 overs.
So at the end of the power play, we have Toronto Knight Riders at 55 for 1. Sunny Chauhan hit a couple of boundaries but got caught by the keeper of a top edge. And then we have Bharat and Sahil on strike. Bharat is at 20 runs of 16 balls, and Sahil is of 14 runs of 12 balls. So it's the end of the power play. So York might be now looking to spread the field and contain the runs here.
Here comes Nikhil Datta into the attack. Nikhil is an experienced campaigner in the Canadian team, playing for a while. Here he comes to bowl the first ball of the seventh over. Nicely bowled right onto the wickets. Nikhil has five fielders outside, so protecting the boundaries. Here comes Nikhil again. And that's hit straight down the ground for a six. Nice shot by Sahil, over pitch delivery by Nikhil. And that's hit beautifully down the ground for a six. Sahil is looking really good right now. Nikhil under pressure. Experienced campaigner. Ball's a quicker delivery, and that's given a no ball by the umpire. That's a free hit now. So that is a free hit. They took a single so they can change the field. They're slightly changing the field. Nikhil now coming around the wicket, changing the angle. So this is a free hit, third delivery of the over. 63 for 1. Bharat on strike. Here comes Nikhil. Hit down the ground. Looking for 2 runs. It's just a single. Nikhil now coming around the wicket, changing the angle, bowling quicker deliveries. He has 5 fielders outside. Here comes Nikhil again. Looking for the sweep shot. Completely missed it, and that goes for a bye. Nikhil bowling that channel outside the off stump. Here comes Nikhil again. Ball slightly short of a length, goes down to point. No runs. Good comeback by Nikhil after being hit for a six. The angle working for him around the wicket. Here comes Nikhil again. Outside off stump, hit down to the cover region for a single. And that takes TKR to 66 for 1 in 7 overs. 9 runs off the over. So a really good start by TKR, losing only 1 wicket. So a bowling change by York. Ricky comes into the attack. That was a single taken off the first ball. Hit straight to point. Took a quick single. Ricky, a medium fast bowler, bowling from the DMZ end. Here he comes from for his second delivery. Down the ground. That is a huge six. Down the ground, making it an overpitch delivery and hitting to long on for a nice six. So Sahil is definitely taking the attack to the bowlers, putting the bowler under pressure on his second delivery. Goes for a big six. TKR 73 for 1 in 7.2 overs, off to a very good start. Looking for a big, big score here. And we have a bit of a delay. The ball went outside the ground, and the players are going looking for the ball. Good delivery by Ricky. A slower delivery right in front of the wicket, and that's given out by the umpire. That was a good change-up delivery, slower delivery. Did not pick it. Wrapped straight in front of the wickets, and Sahil is out. So the new batsman is Parikshit Jadhav. Took a quick single to get off the mark. Lefty batsman. So Bharat and Parikshit are batting inside. Lefty and righty combo. 2 wickets down. They're off to a good start, but just lost the second wicket. Sahil was looking really good. Didn't pick the slower delivery. Got out to a straight delivery. LBW. York has 4 fielders outside. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. Here comes Ricky. A slower delivery again. played on the leg side for a quick single. So a good comeback by Ricky after being hit for a six down the ground. Bowling a lot of slower deliveries. Seems to be getting the shine off the ball now. So the ball is gripping a little bit onto the pitch. Here, slower delivery again. A Yorker length. And that's the end of the over. 75 for 2 in 8 overs. TKR again off to a really good start. Looking for a big score. Still have a lot of wickets in hand. Nikhil Datta coming into bowl his second over. Nikhil again plays for the Canadian national team. He's an experienced campaigner playing for Canada for a long while, especially in T20s. He's a T20 specialist. He has played in the CPL, a lot of the leagues around the world, so he's very, very experienced. Right now, he has five fielders outside, a deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. Bharat is on strike facing Nikhil, bowling around the wicket. Here comes Nikhil. Short of a length, pulled away to deep square leg for a single. Here comes Nikhil again. Jadhav on strike, lefty. Sweeps the ball down to short fine leg, no run. Nikhil has deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep extra cover for the lefty. Same field, bowling over the wicket to the lefty. Again, bowl on the leg side, easy single. Square leg is deep, so there's easy singles to be taken on the infield. Lots of protection in the outfield. Easy singles to be taken in the infield. So far, it has been a good over by Nikhil. Bowling around the wicket to the righty. Here comes Nikhil again. Short of a length, pulled away into the gap for 4 runs. Pulled away between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. That was a very short delivery. Easy pickings for the batsman. Pulled away for a nice boundary. That takes the score to 81 for 2 in 8.4 overs. Nikhil is bowling a bit short of a length, and that was a short delivery. Now he's changing sides to come over the wicket again to the righty. Nikhil again, an experienced campaigner, has been playing for the Canadian national side for a while. Here he comes again. Full toss outside off stump, driven away, two covers for a single. Sweep shot, played to fine leg. Nicely played sweep shot. Played to fine leg for 2 runs. That ends the over for Nikhil. 84 for 2 in 9 overs. So a very good start by TKR. Another 11 overs to go. They're looking to go big, maybe eyeing a 180, 200 is on the cards here. Again, thank you everyone for tuning into the Niagara T20. First day today, second match going on. Lots of good cricket happening. Most of the Canadian national players are playing in this tournament. There's no cricket happening anywhere else in Canada at the moment. Niagara is lucky to have been hosting 8 teams playing over 2 weekends. And Ricky comes back for his second over now. Bowling to Bharat. The keeper has come up to the stumps. We still have 5 fielders outside, extra cover, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on and long off. Here comes Ricky. Slower delivery, sorted down to long on for a single, looking for 2 runs, just a 1 run. So a lot of slower deliveries being bowled by Ricky. Now we have Jadhav on strike, lefty, same field. Here comes Ricky, moving his fine leg to be a bit more finer. And now taking a deep mid wicket and a deep square leg. Here comes Ricky, bowling second delivery. That's a close call. Wrapped on the pads and given by the umpire. A bit of a hesitation by the umpire, but that was a full delivery right on the pads. Looked like it came in and given out by the umpire. So good bowling by Ricky. Takes his second wicket now. You're coming back into the match, taking 2 wickets in the last 3 overs. The run rate has slowed down because of the wickets falling down. Good bowling by Ricky. Lots of slower deliveries, mixing it up with pace, and he's gotten 2 wickets now. Now 85 for 3. Ricky bowling well, bowling a Yorker length. Bharat on strike. Bharat has been there for a while. 31 of 25 deliveries now, so he's playing the anchor role in the innings, taking the innings along. Ricky has been bowling really well. He's taken 2 wickets. Bowling a lot of slower deliveries, mixing them up with a bit of pace. The wicket keeper is onto the stump, so it's not easy to hit him at the moment. Here comes Ricky again. Bowled on the pads, looking for the flick shot, not there. And here Shoaib is joining me from Youngstars. He's a happy campaigner. Youngstars winning our first game today, completely whitewashing Jazba CC.
Thank you, Mukesh. So Ricky now bowled, and that's well played. Through the covers, gently dabbed for a single by Bharat. Bharat Negi, obviously, I know him personally, and he's a very good player, young cricketer, well known across the GTA. Good all-round cricketer. Seems like Toronto Knight Riders are off to a good start, maintaining a good run rate, 3 wickets down, and then a slower delivery, and he's bowled him. Good deception by Ricky there, and he has good change of pace, and he's cleaned up the batsman Abid there, I believe, walking back to the pavilion. That's the 4th wicket down.
So they're 87 for 4 in 10 overs. Ricky has completely bamboozled them coming into the attack, bowling a lot of slower deliveries and mixing them up with the straighter ones. 3 wickets now in his 2 overs. Bowling really well. So Toronto Knight Riders have been held off by Ricky. They were off to a very good start, almost going 10 and over, and now they're down to 8.7 runs per over.
So new batsman is Jagjit, I believe. Jagjit is the new batsman who's come in to bat for Toronto Knight Riders, and we also have a bowling change. We have Akif coming in to bowl for York. So you see, so now approaching a halfway mark in the first innings, Toronto Knight Riders have lost 4 wickets, and they've maintained a good run rate up front, but it'll be good to see how they bat from this juncture onwards. And if they're able to put up a good score, I would say, given what we saw in the morning, 160, 170 is what it is, should be a minimum 170, what they should be looking at. So Akif starts off, leg spinner, and that is upishly driven, and he's going to pick up a couple of runs there. That's a good start from Akif. That was a good ball, deceiving the batsman. Leading edge goes over the short extra cover fielder for a couple of runs. 10.1 overs, 89 for 4. Bharat on strike. He's 34, holding the innings together for Toronto Knight Riders. And that is uppish, and Bharat not negotiating well with the slow moving delivery there. Double minded, nearly lobbed it back straight to the bowler. Chance being created by here by Akif. Akif is getting good turn on from this wicket for sure, and very well played by Bharat. Waited for the ball to come on and very well negotiated. Paddled down to fine leg for a couple of runs. आवाज नहीं जाती ना commentary में. So it's a good first over started by Akif here. He's getting good turn, good break from this wicket. After 10.4 overs, 92 for 4. So Jagjit now taking first ball of his innings. Good delivery from Akif again. Good channel, good break, good length. Keeping it tight. He has six fielders on the offside and three on the leg. And the batsman goes across again. Wild swing from the batsman. And he misses completely. No damage done, however. And that brings the end to a good over from Akif. Good start. First over conceding 5 runs, creating a couple of miscues up front in his first couple of deliveries. 92 for 4 after 11 overs. York CC Hillinger started off things for them. 3 overs, 21 for 1. Mohammad Umair, 2 overs, 15 for no wicket. Abrash Khan went for 17 runs in the only over he's bowled. Nikhil Datta, 2 overs, 18 for no wicket. Ricky Dillon, 2 overs, 12 for 3. Great spell from Ricky Dillon, who I believe is going to continue from the DMD paintball end. And Akif Tur just bowled his first over, conceding 5 runs. So some big names definitely there in the York CC lineup. Some good Canadian players leading the lineup for York CC. Jagjit Bharat on. Bharat will take strike in the 12th over. A lot will depend on how Bharat carries his innings towards the end of the innings. And that's a good channel from Ricky, maintaining a good tight line and length, making things difficult for the batsman to negotiate. 12 for 3 in his 2.1 overs. That's a very well timed shot. Bharat timed that beautifully through mid wicket for 4. Again, the outfield is really fast. You get value for your good shots here. And that takes TKR to 98 for 4. Very well played by Bharat. 43 not out. He's holding the innings together for TKR. So 11.4 overs, 98 for 4, and Ricky continues and bowling to Bharat. Bharat trying to dab it again, a very good channel from Ricky. Good length, good line, beaten outside the off stump. So last ball of Ricky's third over. He's gone for 18 for 3 so far. And very well bowled again. Well negotiated by Bharat. Plays it straight back to Ricky, and that brings the end of the 12th over. 98 for 4 TKR. So last 8 overs remaining. 6 wickets in hand. Not sure what the depth of the batting for TKR is, but I'm sure they might have some big hitters waiting in the dugout. So it seems like they should consolidate still a little bit, get to the last 4 or 5 overs before charging, and then reach a respectable total. I believe like 170 is what they should be targeting in the first innings. Akif will continue from the pavilion end. He started bowled a very good first over, conceded just 5 runs, couple of chances created, and he's going to continue bowling to Jagjit. Jagjit goes big, drives it down to long on. One more run at it. So Jagjit gets off the mark with that lovely looking shot down to long on. So 99 now TKR. York being captained by Ravindu Gunasekara today. That is very well played by Bharat, and he's timed that, swept that beautifully for 4 runs, and that brings up his fifth. No, he moved him on to 47, and that brings up the 100 for TKR. So 103 for 4 now in 12.2 overs. Very well swept. York CC being captained by Ravindu Gunasekara, Canadian opening batsman. Well bowled, Akif. That was a beautiful delivery. Well pitched, getting the break and the bounce, and batsman had no answer to that. That is pulled by Bharat, and that is going to be one bounce four. That brings up his 50 for sure now. So Bharat goes to 51 with that beautiful pull shot. He's made 51 of 40 deliveries unbeaten. He's held the TKR innings together. TKR now move on to 107 for 4. They're still getting 1 or 2 boundaries every over, keeping the scoreboard ticking over. It's Akif to Bharat. Well timed by Bharat. Chipped into the gap. He might push for 2 here. And the batsmen are coming back for the second run. Good running from Jagjit by on the other end. Ran the first one hard, came back swiftly for the second one. Good fielding as well. Good overall cricket. Score moves on to 109 for 4 now. This is a crucial juncture of the first innings. Keep continuing and bowling to Bharat. Well bowled. Bharat gently dabs it to short third for a single. Good rotation of the strike from Bharat. Couple of boundaries in that over, so that was a good over for TKR. including a double, 110 for 4. So I believe Ricky will continue. So Ricky continuing to Bharat, and Bharat cuts it behind towards point, and he has placed that beautifully. He might come back for two, and he does easily there. Two more runs to Bharat. Bharat is really impressed with this beautiful knock. 56 of 43. Ricky bowling his last over. He's picked up 3 wickets, has bowled a very good spell for York CC. 20 runs for 3 wickets. So Ricky continuing. Bowls to Bharat, and Bharat plays big, goes big. One bounce to the longer fielder for a single. Seemed like a half-hearted shot from Bharat. Wasn't there. It didn't look like he wanted to go for a big six or anything. Just placed it, and he's just timing the ball really well. That it looks like it's going all the way to the boundary. Just fell short of the fielder at the boundary line for a single. Jagjit now facing his one of three, and that is a good delivery. Gets an inside edge, and that might race away for four. And it does indeed roll over for four. A lucky boundary for Jagjit. Good delivery from Ricky. Seemed like some more of an effort delivery there. Batsman a little late, gets the inside edge, and four more runs. So TKR getting the runs they need, keeping the run rate up. 7 runs already in this over in the first three deliveries. 117 for 4 after 13.3 overs. That brings a bit of a change in the field as well. Now there's a deep fine leg in place. And square leg comes inside the circle. Ricky to Jagjit, he goes big, and he's going to pick up another boundary. No, that is beautifully fielded at the boundary line. A brush there. They're doing some great bit of work on the field, saving 2 runs for sure for his team. So Jagjit seems to be the guy who is going to go for some big shots now. He's opening his arms. He seems to be the big hitter for TKR so far. And he goes a big again. Gets it down to long on. A brush once again comes in swiftly and restricts them to a single. So 121 for 4. Actually, sorry, 120 for 4. One ball still to go in Ricky's last ball of Ricky's spell. Expensive over by his standard in the first 3 overs. Kept things very tight, picked up 3 wickets. So this over, he's gone for 10 runs already. Last ball of his spell, and well played by Bharat. Just dabs it down to short third men for a single. And that is the end of the 14th over. TKR at 121 for 4, and that brings the end of the spell for Ricky. Good spell, I would say. 29 for 3, 29 runs, 3 wickets. Picked up the 3 wickets out of the 4 picked up by York CC. Last 6 overs now. We're entering the last stage of the first innings. This is the second game of the Niagara T20 tournament. First day of the tournament. This tournament is scheduled over 2 weekends. So this being the first weekend. 3 games every day. Saturday and Sunday this weekend, and then followed by 3 games on Saturday and Sunday next weekend, and then playoffs on long weekend Monday, August 2nd. Some good quality players playing in this tournament. Nearly all Canadian players also participating. Some new upcoming talent across different teams as well on the in showcase here. While we have a Keith to continue from the pavilion end, and he's continuing to Bharat, who's on 58. Bharat goes big, full toss, straight to the deep mid wicket fielder for a single. A Keith. And Jagjit has skied that, and it should be an easy catch for Abrash, which he grabs it safely, and that brings the end of Jagjit. Sorry, Jagjit was banking on some big strikes, and Akeem being the is turning the ball quite a bit. That one was well bowled, well pitched, good line, good length, and fall enticing Jagjit to play a big swipe across the line and easily caught at point by a brush. 122 for 5 after 14.2 overs. So we have Ragib Hussain coming into bat now, number 7 for TKR. He's joining Bharat Negi, who's been there since the beginning of their innings. Not out at 59. A lot will depend on how Bharat takes this innings together for TKR. Ragib coming in the last 5 6 overs of their innings, 122 for 5. Akif has got his first breakthrough. He's now bowling to Ragib. Well ball, slip in place, and well that gets an edge, single down to short third man. So now more of an attack and intent shown by York CC there for the new batsman, and rightly so. Akif is getting some good turn and bounce on this wicket. Bharat, however, has been able to negotiate everything thrown at him today by York CC. 59 unbeaten, still carrying the bat on for TKR. Beautifully driven, single, straight to long off. Seems like a very intelligent head, Bharat Negi. He knows the importance of him carrying on till the end, putting up a reasonable total on the board, and let the other batsmen play around him. While Bharat has made 60 of 47 balls, still maintaining a very good strike rate. Ragib. Oh, beautifully bowled. No, oh, he's bowled him. He's bowled him. That is a beautiful delivery. That I couldn't call that a googly. It was perhaps an off-break action. He changed his action as well, but definitely surprised the batsman. And Ragib had no idea about that one, and that has got York their sixth victim. 124 for 6 now, TKR, 1 in 14.5 overs. Just faltering a little bit here after they had a good start to their innings. And it will be very crucial for them to play well in the last 5 overs to get to a reasonable total that they are able to defend. New incoming batsman for TKR now, it's Prabjot. So the new batsmen have a big responsibility on their shoulders. They have to be there support and support Bharat, who's played really well, and they should show the trust in him. Well, can't blame the outgoing batsman there. That was a beautiful delivery from Akif. Surprised the batsman, even surprised all the viewers across the grounds today, and even my fellow commentators and the media team here. That was a beautiful delivery. So Akif now all of a sudden has picked up 2 wickets in this over, put TKR on the back foot, 124 for 6. Last ball of his over. And Bharat goes straight. No, not Bharat, sorry. Prabjot. Positive start. First ball, very well played first up. Gets off the mark. That ends the 15th over. And the score is 125 for 6. Prabjot off the mark with that single. Driven straight back over, keeps it. Okay. Dylan. Okay. So we have Dylan now coming back into the attack. He's bowling his last over. Ricky finished his spell from that end, DMZ paintball end, and now Dylan coming back to finish his spell. He bowls and to Prabjot, and that should be a leg by. Nearly a run out opportunity there. Batsman probably caught napping there. Didn't realize. Fielding was sharp, direct hit, and he was out. Good fielding there. Good alert intention shown from the fielders. They're still in the game. They now know how they have the control on the situation with TKR on the back foot losing 2 wickets in the last over, and they're willing in. They've brought in their pace bowler Dylan back into the attack, trying to wrap things up. Now TKR, a lot depends on Bharat. He's been the backbone of their batting today. 16 odd out. Already some good performances, good individual performances in this tournament. This is only the third innings of this tournament. Dylan to Bharat, and Bharat beautifully played, and straight back to Dylan, no run. So Dylan coming back to bowl to Bharat. Bharat plays it well down to long off. His first run hard, second run, no, they don't risk it. Some of these fielders have really good arms. You have to be very, very cautious when you're going for that second run or thinking about it. Good outfield, good batting conditions, hot day, but at least we have cricket going on back in action with good competitive cricket. Dylan to Prabjot. Oh, short delivery, bouncer, attempted bouncer, well negotiated by Prabjot. Did not connect, did not middle. Falls safely at square leg for a single. Dylan bending his back there. He knows it's his last over, trying to create a wicket for himself. And good idea. Well disguised bouncer there. Maybe a slower off cutter bouncer, maybe. Bharat now facing Dhillon. Well played by Bharat. He seems to be very comfortable. There is no bowler who's tried to disturb his mind today. He's going about with his business. He knows the importance of him being there, and TKR also would bank on Bharat to carry this innings together to reach 160 170 mark, which would be a very good score. So Dylan with the last ball of his spell bowls Prabjot, who goes for a wild swing, misses it completely, and that brings his end of the spell for Dylan. 4 overs, 24 for one, and so Dylan 4 overs, 24 for one. Good economy rate maintained by Dylan. Picked up one wicket, nearly had another one last over. 16 overs now done, 4 overs to go. TKR should and will perhaps be looking at another 40 runs to add to their tally. Lot will depend on Bharat for that. This is a hot day. He must be tired as well. So, is it on? So seems like change in bowling. Akif, after picking up 2 wickets from his last over, is being replaced by Nick Hill. So Nikhil comes back into the attack, 2 overs. Perhaps the change the plan. Captain must have thought about his last 4 overs, who's going to bowl which over, and that's why perhaps bringing a Nikhil back into the attack, who has 2 overs still remaining, and he's been driven in his first ball for a single down to deep long off. Akif still have 1 over remaining. Akif has bowled 3 overs, 21 for two. So Nikhil now continues, and the batsman starts to go over deep mid wicket, but misses it. No run added. Nikhil again. Prabjot trying to go across the line on Nikhil, and Nikhil, the smart bowler he is, keeping it out of his reach, outside, maintaining that outside the off stump channel, not giving him the ball where the batsman really wants, trying to go across in his arc, create an arc, but not being successful. By conceded, although 131 for six. Bharat now on strike facing Nikhil, and Bharat goes, oh, what extra cover! Bharat saw the first 3 balls from Nikhil, who was trying to keep it outside the off stump channel. Prabjot was trying to go across on Nikhil, missing out on those. Bharat, on the other end, perhaps knew that Nikhil will aim for the same line and had picked his spot and beautifully bisected the long off and deep extra cover fielder for 4 runs. Bharat 67 of 52, 135 for 6 now TKR after 16.4 overs. And that one, Bharat asking the umpire if that was a wide. Nikhil bowling, trying to keep it still outside the off stump channel. So again, beaten outside the off, and that brings the end of the over for Nick Hill. A good over in these circumstances. Last 4 overs in progress, so three overs now remaining. Just 6 runs conceded in last over. So at this stage, York, if they can keep it down to less than 10 runs and over, they would be quite happy. While TKR would be aiming to get at least 10 runs in per over in the last 3 overs to get to 160 between 160 and 170 run mark, which should be somewhere what they need to restrict York CC. One would expect, given the strong batting lineup that York CC possess as well. York CC being led by Ravindu Gunasekara, well-known Canadian opening batsman, good good left-handed attacking batsman. Plays for Team Canada and has been in the circle for quite a bit. Seems like change of ends for Akif. Akif coming now from the DMZ paintball end to bowl his last over. Quite surprising why Akif would change ends after getting 2 wickets from just in his last over from the pavilion end. Perhaps captain wanted to give Nikhil the choice of the end where he would like to bowl from, and perhaps Nikhil was bowling from this end initially. Anyway, Akif continues and he bowls well flighted delivery, and Prabjot gets it down to deep mid wicket for a single. So 136 for 6 now, TKR. And that brings Bharat on strike, who will now be looking to put the charge on for TKR. 67 not out, a very good knock indeed from Bharat. So keep continuing to Bharat. And he already picked his spot, and again, beautiful shot from Bharat. 2 bounces and 4 over deep square leg. Uh, there was no deep square leg. Already had picked this spot, made room for himself, moved a little bit towards the offside, causes that confusion to the bowler, and very well created boundary indeed. And well executed as well. 71 now, Bharat. So 71 was the top score in the first match from Hafiz, and Bharat is now moving into the top scorer category in the first game for himself. Good start to the tournament for Bharat. Akif to Bharat. And Bharat goes big, and he might be held out. And that could be the commentator's curse, you might say. Just when I said he needs one more run to get par the first match highest scorer, he gets held out a deep extra cover, straight in the hand, safely caught, and Bharat gets out at 71. Very well made runs. 71 of 56 deliveries, held the TKR innings together, and now TKR at 140 for 7. And Akif gets another breakthrough for his team. 26 for 3. He's also been a pick of a bowler now, along with Ricky. Both 3 wickets apiece, while 1 wicket by Dylan. Batsman name! Shit, man. So for Toronto Knight Riders, as we can see, Priyank and Bharat opened the innings. 10 by Priyank, and Bharat 71 just got out after holding the innings together for TKR. Akif now, and that could be out, just falls short, and that is one more run to Prabjot. Sorry, the batsman did not cross, so Anis gets off the mark. He's lucky, got a top edge, well bowled by Akif again. New batsman is Anis, who's now at the non-striker's end after getting off the mark with a single, and Prabjot facing Akif now. Prabjot misses. That was a googly miss by the keeper, and that might go for four buys, and it indeed does. So that's a welcome boundary for TKR. Four buys. A very good disguise googly from Akif. He's a very good bowler. He's shown some good spin, good skill here. Unlucky there. Just went over the stumps, even deceived the keeper. Akif now 27 for three of his 3.5 overs. And this will be the last ball of his spell. Well bowled again. It's up in the air. Should be easily taken. And confusion amongst the fielders, but at the end managed to hold it on. So Akif with the fourth wicket of his last ball of his spell. 27 for 4 after 4 overs. And that puts DKR at 145 for 8. 27 for 4 of his 4 overs. Akif, indeed a very good spell. He's breaking the shackles here for TKR, and that has put them on the back foot. Now it will be interesting to see how the last two batsmen negotiate the last 2 overs. They should at least try to play out the full 20 overs and get as many runs as possible.
Okay, thank you.
So new batsman now coming in to join Anis is Shamit. Both new batsmen now on the wicket. They still have 2 overs to play out. One York CC Akif finishing his spell. 4 overs, 27 for 4. Ricky Dillon 4 overs, 29 for 3. Pick of the bowlers for York CC. Hillinger, Dylan Hillinger 24 for 1 of his 4 overs. So we have Nick Hill who will continue. He has been wicketless today. 3 overs, 23 for no wicket. 145 for 8 TKR. Last 2 overs in progress. Anis on strike. Ball by Dylan. Nick Hill. No run conceded. I think York has got a hold so far. Looks like it. And then on this game, they would not mind the score at this stage after the start that TKR got, and a great knock from Bharat. Nick Hill continuing to a knees, and he is driven, and they are running through for a quick single, and the batsman managed to cross for a single. That takes a knees off the mark. Sorry, Shamit off the mark. Nick Hill trying to buy a wicket in his last over, and that is a good delivery. Nick Hill is a very different type of bowler. Tries to keep things tight with his line and length. And again, a beautiful delivery. Just batsmen trying for big shots right now. They should be just consolidating for singles. Get one at least of the last balls. Just 2 wickets remaining. Yashi Sports, one of the sponsors for this tournament. And that one is well driven down to mid wicket for a single. That's so Nick Hill now 3.5 overs, 25 for no wicket, last ball of his spell, and TKR 147 for 8. Batsmen go through for a quick single, slight bit of misfielding, and that takes the score to 148 for 8 after 19 overs. After the start they got from Bharat, how they come back strongly on the field. They can make it, perhaps make look to make a game out of this as well. So we have Mohammad Omer now continuing bowling his last over and the innings last over. He opened the bowling with Dylan, and first two balls are dots. So last over the batsman Shamit has been struggling a little bit. Again, Mohammad Omer seems to toss the ball with some pace, trying to fire it into the block hole with some spin as well. Not easy to negotiate for a number 10 batsman. So Mayor to Shamit, and he's tried to go big again and tries to connect this time. Goes over Shamit's head, and batsman coming back for the second. Abrash collects the ball, and a good throw to the wicket keeper. Very good throw, but the wicket keeper misses the opportunity, and Shamit manages to get two more runs, and that brings up the 150 up for TKR. So they have 150 now on the board. That's a good psychological advantage now. 150 definitely adds some weight for a chasing team. Well played by Shamet. This one he's guided down to the deep point fielder for a single. So now 151 for 8, and we're now the last ball of the innings. So 151 for 8 TKR, last ball of the innings, and that is missed by the keeper. That should be a bye to bring the innings to a close at 152 for 8 after 20 overs TKR. So so that's a good score from TKR, 152 for 8. Slightly short of what they would have expected after the start they got. And Bharat Negi held the innings together with 71 well-made runs, while from York CC it was a Keefe 20, with 4 wickets and Ricky with 3 wickets in the middle overs who put the break at TKR's aggressive start and consolidated to a reasonable total at 152 for 8 after 20 overs. And now York CC will be looking forward to chase this down. They have a star-studded batting lineup, a lot of good Canadian players in that team. Let's see how if TKR can put them to task today, and they definitely have some good talented players as well. It'll be nice to see this contest, and hopefully we can have an exciting game. So for now, we'll just take a 5 to 10 minute break and join you back for the second innings starting soon. Welcome back, everyone. So, Ryan Patan, as expected, gets York CC off to a flyer. 9 for no wicket. He's already hit two boundaries. Shamit is the bowler who started in the bowling for TKR from the pavilion end. And with Ryan Patan opening the batting is Ravindu Gunasekara. So 9 for no wicket. York CC well on their way in chase of 153. Well played by Ryan again, driven beautifully, and that is going to be another boundary. All three boundaries towards deep extra cover. Seems to be a very strong player on that offside, and he living up to his living up to his name and expectation. Strong attacking opening batsman, plays for Canada as well, along with Ravindu. So you can perhaps say these two might be top order players for cricket for the Canadian team. So Schmidt okay, bowls to Ryan. Well bowled. This one well negotiated by Ryan. Solid in defense, showing another attribute to his game. And that brings the end of the first over. And York CC are 13 for no wicket. So York CC off to a flyer. First over 13 runs in chase of 153. So 142. So 140 more to get off 19 overs. Okay, so we have now Faisal coming into ball from the DMZ paintball end, and he will be kicking things off, and Ravindu will be the batsman on strike. First over negotiated by Ryan Patan. Now let's see how Ravindu negotiates Faisal. So as expected, Ravindu, no signs of any rust. First ball, a gift perhaps from Faisal on his legs, short delivery, easily negotiated, pulled away for 4 runs. So York off to a flyer, 17 for no wicket. So York 17 for no wicket. Ravindu gets off the mark, first ball, 4 runs. As easy as that. Faisal coming in once again, bowling to Ravindu. And Ravindu, that was a risky shot across the line. Well bowled by good comeback from Faisal. Nearly could have got his wicket there. A bit of shape there from Faisal into Ravindu. He's getting. It'll be interesting to see if he gets some swing. TKR definitely will be banking on two quick wickets here up front. Two strong batsmen they're up against. So Faisal coming in again and bowling to Ravindu, and he bowls well and well driven, and that hits the umpire maybe or the wickets. It hits the wickets. Sorry, it's difficult to see from the pavilion, and that was well timed, solid straight drive. Perhaps may have saved 4 runs there. Solidly driven back by Ravindu for a single. Both these batsmen with a very aggressive mindset. Already 18 on the board after 1.3 overs. Three fielders on the leg, all inside the circle for Ryan. One slip in place, and then we have a third man and a deep extra cover. The two outside fielders. Faisal comes in and bowls to Ryan, and Ryan tries to drive it expensively, does not time it at all, and collected by the short cover fielder. No run added. We now have been joined by the secretary of NCC, the hosts of this tournament, Steve Furley, as well, now joining us in the dugout. So Faisal now continuing bowls to Ryan, and Ryan well bowled Faisal. That was a good channel, good line, good length. Ryan solidly defending that straight back to Faisal. No run added. Good comeback by Faisal after a shaky first delivery. Gift to Ravindu on his legs for four. Since then, he's pulled things back really well, bowling his last ball of his first over. And that's a good delivery. He gets a leading edge. So he's definitely getting some swing out there. Leading edge, Ryan goes down to third man for a single. And that brings the end to his first over. So after two overs, York CC are 18 for no wicket. TKR would love to pick up a couple of quick wickets here. Seems like Shamit will continue from the pavilion end. He'll bowl to Ryan. So TKR now good. Heavily offside packed field for TKR. They have now now bowling with 7-2 field. That's pretty tight for a spinner. Has to be bang on his line, and then again Ryan goes hard. He's not paying any attention to the field setup, playing to his strengths, solidly driven to deep extra cover for a single. Ryan seems to be a powerhouse. His field slightly changing a little bit for a window, but still just four field.
You're just behind the bowler's arm, you guys.
So slight change in the field. So we have four fielders now on the offside, all in the circle for Ravindu. Shimit will be bowling his first delivery to Ravindu now. Ravindu has and they've like a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket for Ravindu, with long on being inside the circle. Given this is a power play, Ravindu plays it gently to short square leg, no run added. Shimit to Ravindu, well bowled and easily negotiated by Ravindu. Well bowled and well played by Ravindu. Goes through for a quick single. Well timed down to long on fielder inside the circle. Batsman goes through for a single. So far, a good comeback over for Shamit after going for 13 runs in his first over. There's two in this over so far. And that brings Ryan back on strike. 7-2 offside field. Shamit to Ryan, and that's well bowled and tapped gently down to leg side for a single. And cautious of not playing across the line, trying to play to his strength, which seems to so far that he's very strong on the offside. 21 for no wicket York after 2.5 overs. Stable start, one would say. TKR have been able to pull things back a little bit after a costly first over. A wicket would definitely help them out. Well bowled by Shamit, maintaining a good line and good length. In batsmen have to take a risk if they want to go for any big shots with that kind of bowling, and that brings in into a good over for Shamit. Shamit just 3 runs in that over, so it's now 2 overs for Shamit, conceding 16 runs for no wicket. York CC 21 for no wicket after 3 overs, chasing 153, and they have Ryan and Ravindu opening the batting for them. Faisal will continue from the DMZ paint ball end, starting his second over, and he'll be bowling to Ryan. Slightly on middle and leg, gently dabbed by Ryan straight to the mid wicket fielder, no run added. TKR, also known as Mississauga Ramblers, a very credible club with a big, long standing history, well known across GTA, and that's well bowled by Faisal, just maintaining a good line and length on the off stump channel. Well negotiated by Ryan as well, respecting the good deliveries. So Faisal has learned very quickly that it's not safe to pitch the ball up to Ryan. Anything that is full outside off, and he's looking for that length to put his bat through. Faisal comes in and bowls to Ryan, who plays an expensive shot once again, and that is driven down to deep point for a single. Good fielding, good cover at the boundary line. So there's a deep point fielder for Ryan with a third man as well. So those are the two fielders outside the circle, the two allowed fielders in the first power play. While for Ravindu now on strike, it becomes a deep. So for Ravindu, they're taking a deep third man and a deep fine leg instead. 22 for no wicket. Faisal to Ravindu, who plays in again a very expensive shot. That is four. Ravindu knows that. He seems to be a very good timer of the ball. Driven straight back past the bowler for four. Ravindu very strong with his drives. Just a couple of steps forward and smashed it straight back past the ball for four. Very good shot from Ravindu indeed. 26 for no wicket now, 3.4 overs. Ravindu moves the tally to 10 of 8 balls, while Ryan is on 15 of 14 balls. Faisal continuing to Ravindu. And that's an effort delivery from Faisal. Outside off, good line. And Ryan slipped there, but managed to regain his footing. No run added and no drama created. 26 runs, just 5 in this over, considering one boundary was hit. That's still TKR might just take that. They've kept things tight. 26 for no wicket in 3.5 overs. They're definitely looking to get one wicket here. That will make things very interesting. Faisal to Ravindu, and that's short. Missed time by Ravindu. Straight to the short midfielder. No run added. So after 4 overs, York CC 26 without a wicket.
Full pitch delivery outside off stump, driven straight to mid off for no run. So Knight Riders have pulled things back. Big shot in the air, could be a catch. Dropped just short of the cover fielder. Full delivery, worked on the leg side, no run. So the Knight Riders have pulled things back, and York are looking for the big shots, but they're not coming at the moment. Their bowling is tight. They have fielders, two fielders protecting on the leg side. Full delivery again, driven down to mid on, no run again. So Shamit is bowling a tight line. He's not giving much pace on the ball. They have to take the fielders on the leg side to hit a boundary. Here goes Shamit. Down the ground, good delivery again, full delivery. Yorked him, could not do anything about that. 4.5 overs, 27 runs, keeping things tight, looking to take a risk. He has deep square leg and mid wicket on the boundary. Good delivery again by Shamit, slightly turning the ball. A very, very good over. Very good over by Shamit. That ends the over for 27 for 0 in 5 overs. Here comes Faisal to bowl the 6th over to Ryan Patan. Ball on the leg side. Oh! Now, did that carry? I don't think that carried. Very, very close. Good fielding. Flicked on the leg side. It was going straight in the hands, but fell just short. Just short. So they're keeping things tight. YCC. York has been pulled back in the last 2-3 overs. Here comes Faisal again. He's bowling a tight line on the wickets. Again on the leg side, and that hits for a six. Flicked away beautifully for 6 runs. So that relieves a lot of the pressure that was created in the last few overs. Nicely timed, nicely flicked away on the leg side for 6 runs. Here comes Faisal again to Ryan. Driven down, smacked down to the long off boundary, and that's 4 runs. So that relieves a lot of the pressure. 10 runs in the last two deliveries now. That takes them to 37 for 0 and 5.3 overs. So Ryan is a good hitter of the ball. Anything outside the off stump, he goes for it. He looks at the extra cover and the long off areas. They have two fielders now outside at long off and extra covers. He's bowling it out, off stump channel, out swinging, so he has protection on the offside. Here comes Faisal again. Smacked on the leg side for 4 runs. Nobody at the mid wicket boundary. Smart batting by Ryan. So 14 runs off the last three deliveries. Takes off all the pressure, and now the pressure is on the bowling side. Faisal hit for 14 runs in the last three deliveries. .41 for no loss, and they're cutting loose now. Here comes Faisal again. Slower delivery, good change of pace. And that ends the over. 6 overs gone, 41 for no wicket. So Shamit comes back for his last over. Ravindu is facing. He has four fielders outside. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on and long off. Here comes Shamit. Looped up, hit down to deep square leg for a single. Shamit has been bowling well, keeping it tight. Only 18 runs off his 3 overs. This is his last over. The power play has ended. He has 4 fielders outside for Rayan. Three on the offside and one at long on. Here comes Shamit. Driven down to deep cover for a single. 43 for no loss in 6.2 overs. They're right on target. The run rate is just what they need. They have wickets in hand. It should be an easy chase for them over here, unless they lose wickets. Here comes Shamit. Tight line on the offside, guided away to short third man for a single. Toronto Knight Riders need wickets to win this match. They somehow need to buy a wicket over here, or else this chase can be over pretty soon. Here comes Shamit again to Ryan. Big swing and a miss. The ball slightly turning away from the batsman. Maybe it's gripping more now because the shine has gone away from the ball. He's slightly turning it away from the batsman. Here comes Shamit again. Slightly short, played to covers for no run. So Shamit has been keeping things very tight. Only 20 runs off his 3.5 overs. Last ball for Shamit. And bowls a tight line. No run again. YCC 44 after 7 overs for no loss. So change of bowling from the DMZ and Sahil Patel comes into the attack. Sahil bowling left arm spin from over the wicket. He has 5 fielders outside, a deep square leg, a deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and a deep extra cover. So lots of protection on the leg side. Spinning into the left-hander. Here he goes. Ball on the leg side for an easy single to mid wicket. The fielders are standing on the edge of the circle, so the singles are there to be taken easily. Now Sahil facing up to Ryan. He's taking four fielders outside, two on the leg side, two on the offside. Here comes Sahil. Trying to hit down the ground. Well fielded by Sahil. No run. Mistimed. Looking to drive down the ground. Sahil bowling a tight channel. Wicket to wicket. Here he goes. Looped up, and that's a full toss. Smacked for 6 runs at long on. The batsman is looking for a no ball, but we can see from here that's not a no ball, man. Come on. Yeah. That's 6 runs. And that's a free hit. He's given it as a no ball. So a free hit coming up. We didn't think out here that that was a no ball, but the umpire signaled a no ball, and that will be a free hit. So 52 in 7.2 overs with a free hit coming up. Here goes Sahil. Free hit. Tightly bowled, but smacked away on the leg side, and that's 4 runs. So a big over so far, 12 runs off the over, still 2 deliveries to go. York CC coming along very nicely, 56 for 0 in 7.3 overs. TKR needs some wickets badly. Twelve runs off the over so far. The bowler is under pressure. Ryan is taking on the bowling right now. They have wickets in hand. They want to finish off this chase early. Here comes Sahil again to Ryan. Looped up, goes for the big shot. Thick edge down to deep extra cover for a single. So they're going along very nicely, 57 for 0 in 7.4 overs. Last ball of the over coming up. Sahil to Ravindu. Sorry, 2 balls coming. One was a no ball. Here comes Sahil. Easy single taken on the leg side. The fielders are standing too deep on the circle, on the 30-yard circle. Easy singles to be taken. So change of bowling. Sunny Chauhan comes into the attack from the pavilion end. He has 4 fielders outside at the boundary, 3 on the leg side, 1 on the offside. facing up to Ravindu. Here comes Sunny. Nicely dabbed single on the leg side. Sunny seems like a leg spinner bowler, bowling right arm over the wicket. Sunny setting his field for Rayan, taking three fielders on the offside, one on long on, and one now going back to deep mid wicket. So they're protecting the boundary, looking for the big shots. Here comes Sunny to Rayan. And smacked on the long on side for just a single. That brings Ravindu on strike, who's 15 off 20 deliveries. He's giving an anchor role to the innings, 15 off 20, whereas Rayan is 43 off 31. Here comes Sunny, bowls a leg break, easy single on the leg side again. Here comes Sunny again. That's back down for a six on the long on boundary. It was overpitched by Sunny and easily hit down the ground for a six. That takes Rayan to 49. He's just one short of a 50. Played really well. Just off 49 off 32 balls. He's taking the charge and wants to end the game early. Here comes Sunny again. Bowls a quicker delivery, cut down to deep covers for a single. And that takes him to his 50. So well played, Rayan. 50 off just 33 balls. Takes YCC to 68 for 0 in just 8.5 overs. They're cruising along in this run chase. Sunny now to bowl his last delivery of the over. And a reverse sweep. And that's beautifully played down for 4 runs. Beautifully executed reverse sweep. That takes the over up to 14 runs in over. So not a good start by Sunny. YCC moving along very nicely. 72 for 0 in 9 overs. So change of bowling from the DMZ end. Raghib Hussain comes into the attack. Raghib has 5 fielders outside, 3 on the leg side, 2 on the offside, covering the boundary. Here comes Raghib. And Ryan goes for the big shot. That's in the air. That could be a catch. Bowler coming underneath and takes it easily. Good start by Raghib. Gets the main man out. That is a big wicket. That's what they needed. They need wickets to win this match, and there goes the first one. 72 for 1 in 9.1 overs. So Abrash is the new man in. Second delivery of the over. Nicely bowled. Easy single taken on the offside. Just dabs and takes a quick single. That brings Abrash on strike, the new man in. Abrash has played previously for the Canadian cricket team. He's a well known cricketer in the GTA cricketing circles. He's on strike now, facing up to Raghib. Raghib has a very good start. They're bringing the field in for a brush. They have only three people outside, two on the leg side, one on the offside. Here comes Raghib. Bowls a nice loopy off spinning delivery, nicely defended by a brush. Here's the fourth delivery of the over, nicely defended again. Oh, that's a misfield, and that goes for an easy single to a brush. Good over so far, only 2 runs in the over for 1 wicket. Pulling things back a little bit. That's what they need. Here comes Raghib again. Down the wicket, hit down to long on for a single. Good bowling by Raghib, keeping things tight, bowling a little quicker in the air, not giving much room to the batsman, keeping things tight. Here comes Raghib again. Down the ground, that's hit up in the air. That could go all the way. Nice hit by Abrash. Hit on the leg side. Nicely timed. That goes for a six. And that sort of spoils the over for Ragib. 81 for 1 in 10 overs. Here comes Sunny again into the attack, bowling to Ravindu. Nicely worked on the leg side, looking for 2 runs. Taking on the fielder. Good effort by the deep mid wicket fielder. Keeps it to 1 run. Brings on a Brush on strike. Brush now facing up to Sunny. Sunny has 3 fielders outside and 2 on the offside. Nicely driven down to extra cover for a single. Here comes Sunny again for his third delivery in the over, facing up to Ravindu. Quicker delivery, nicely defended for no run. So 83 for 1 in 10.3 overs, going along nicely. They need a few more wickets to make a match out of this. Now we have our vice captain from NCC joining us in the commentary box, Sarang Hegde.
Thank you, Mogis bhai. So that was a close shout. The umpire said it was not out, so the batsman stays. Sunny Chauhan bowling his fifth ball to Gunasekara. Coming down the ground, hit towards deep square leg. That's 1 run.
That ends the over, 84 for 1 in 11 overs. We also have Satish from our Niagara Cricket Club joining us.
Thanks, Mugish boy. So we have same bowler bowling from DMZN, single to long off.
thank the NCC players here who are volunteering in this tournament. And now we have Sarang joining us again.
Nicely stepping forward and hitting between the long on and mid wicket fielder, and that's 4 runs. And that's a great shot, and it's a 4 for Yashi Sparks.
That takes the score up to 95 for 1 in 11.4 overs. Two boundaries in the over, cruising along again. They desperately need wickets here to come back in the match, or else it could be over pretty soon. Rage bowled a good first over. Here he comes again, bowling to a Ravindu. And that's swept away. That could go all the way. That is 6 runs. 6 runs to Ravindu. Nicely played shot. That brings up the 100 for YCC. 101 for 1 in 12 overs. Last ball of the over coming up. Looped up. That could be a white ball. Wide given by the umpire. Last ball of the over. Cut away, and that's well fielded. Well fielded. Stops an easy 4 on the offside. Very good fielding. That ends the over for 101 for 1 in 12 overs.
Great hit, great six by Abraj Khan, showing his form, playing so well, middling the ball, and hit a great six. Pulled it, ball just flew and hit a great, superb six by Abraj Khan. Fifteen for one. Looks like York is dominating this game so far. If Knight Rider can take a couple of wickets, things might change. Great shot. End of 12 overs. Ball number four, Sunny Chauhan. Bowling change. Sunny Chauhan, ball number four, is back on attack. Abraj Khan on the striker end. Great cover drive. Beautiful cover drive. They went for two. Beautiful cover drive. Rolling on the ground by Abraj Khan. They go for two. Abraj Khan also played for Canada, played the Global T20, and he's showing his class here at the Niagara Cricket Center in Niagara T20. Another shot, this time again in the gap. This might go all the way, but no, actually stop right on the boundary line. And they go again for two more. Two more to York. York is cruising along. Lost only one wicket. And these two young men are well set. Abraj Khan is again on strike. Good striker of the ball. Looking for single, not there. An appeal for LBW, but and Abraj was trying a reverse sweep. A risky shot, but I guess at this point they can take some risks. They're well set at this moment. Gone. Score is 120. 6 overs left.
Okay, so we're at 124-1 for York CC. As expected, York CC taking this game away quite quickly from Mississauga, sorry, TKR, also known as Mississauga Ramblers commonly. 14 overs, 124-1. 33 more runs to get. 6 overs remaining. Ravindu has carried the team, getting some good knockout there. 37 of 33 balls unbeaten. Well supported by Abrash, who's quickly moved on to 31 of 18 balls. And we have a new bowler now, Abid, who's being introduced from the pavilion end. So let's see what Abid can do. So TKR will be fall will be playing another game right after this game, and they're playing against Avengers. They just need to keep this fighting spirit up. They have an important game coming up at a crucial juncture of the tournament. This is going to be their second game, so they would be under some pressure to win that game to stay competitive in the tournament. Ravindu on his legs, Abid drifting it short on his legs. That is Ravindu's sweet spot, and that has easily picked away for a six over the fine leg fielder. So Ravindu just milking it now. He's played amazing shots. He's shown some good shots in his stay of 43 right now. We've seen some exclusive cover drives, reverse sweeps, very strong off his legs. A good overall mix of cricketing shots. So Abid, first ball six, he's bowling his second ball to Ravindu, and Ravindu now just enjoying himself and quickly moves on to 49 now, Ravindu. And he's just treating himself now. He's done the hard work, built it.
अरे पृथ्वी को बैन करो.
So Ravindu now 49. He made the investments, got his eye in, and he's now really enjoying himself. Rabbit to Ravindu 49, and Ravindu misses the slower delivery, and that might be a leg by. So perhaps he still has to earn that a run, but umpire hasn't signaled anything yet. And that means it's 50 up for Ravindu, I guess. So Ravindu and has reached his 50. Very solid Canadian opening batsman. Amazing batting from him today as well. Showed some great shots. But has conceded 13 of his first three balls, and that is driven by a brush to long on for a single. So it's now 135 or 134 for one, and this game coming to a close very soon. By York CC now just 19 more runs to get. And it's been a good outing for the three top Canadian players, Ravindu, Ryan, and Abrash out there. And this is up in the air. He could be caught, and he's dropped. That went really quickly to the fine leg fielder, flicked by Ravindu, straight in the hands of the fine leg fielder, and dropped. And Ravindu collects one more run to his tally. 135 for one now after 14.5 overs. Abid to Abrash now, and Abrash now goes. He could be caught, and he is easily taken at mid wicket. So that brings an end to the Abrash's knock. Well played, Abrash, for 32 of 920 deliveries, and now YSCC 135 for 2 after 15 overs. Okay, so we have Ricky DeLong joining Ravindu, and Ravindu goes big, and he's now as I said, enjoying himself with another six there. Sunny, and this game is coming to a close very soon. 141 for two now after 15.1 overs. Just 12 more to get for York CC. And Toronto Knight Riders really must pick themselves up right now. They know this game is done and dusted, but they have a very important game coming up for them, the very next one. Right after this game, they're off against Avengers. Avengers and team comprising of the local Hamilton and District Cricket League players. So we should expect a good competition between those two competitive sides. We won't have the liberty of all these Canadian players fielding in that side, so it should be a good, interesting game. Some good local Canadian, local domestic talent should be on show there. So Ravindu now 57, and he is just shown. Ravindu has just shown great class today. He's just stood out amongst the batsmen. The shots that he's played are amazing. No, 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 no. Pause. Okay. 145 for two. Still 8 runs needed for Ravindu and York CC, and Ravindu just drives it down to long on for single. I've been really impressed by Ravindu's knock today. Not just by his score 61, just the way he's crafted his innings. He played some really good shots all across the field. Consolidated early on when Ryan was going after the bowlers, and then picked up casually throughout his innings. The new batsman, Ricky Dillon, drives the first ball he faces down to long off for a single, gets off the mark. 147 for two, so 6 more runs actually to get for York CC to get started with a winning note in this Niagara T20 tournament. This is the second game of the tournament with 8 competitive teams competing in this. Ravindu now trying everything, non-cricket shots as well, and it just happens to be a case that it's getting runs out of that as well. In fact, it's a buy. So YCC now within one scoring shot to finish this game. Ricky Dolan on strike and well bowled by Priyank. Costly spell from Priyank that 4 overs 34 for no wicket. He should he should come back strongly in the second game, which is right after this. His team TKR will be relying heavily on him as well for the second game as well. 148 for two after 16 overs. 5 more needed for York CC to wrap this game up with the win under the belt. TKR would probably needs to regroup. TKR probably needs to regroup right after this game. They don't have much time. It's very difficult. It's been a hot day, but now the wind has picked up in NCC, so 5 runs still needed for York CC. And we have Prabjot bowling now. Happy, happy Prabjot bowling now. 148 for two after 16 overs. So Ravindu now will be taking strike to a new bowler, Prabjot or Prabjot, Happy Prabjot. So Ravindu now takes strike and he goes big towards extra cover for a single. That's a good return from the fielder there, right on the mark. And Dylan now gets the opportunity to add to his tally and perhaps make the winning shot for York CC. Ravindu 61 of 40, 63 of 42 balls. That's on the pads, wrapped on the pads. Not out, says the umpire. And they cross through for a leg by. Four, three. Three more to get for York CC. Oh, beautifully bowled. Ravindu beat in there outside the off stump. 150 for two. Happy to Ravindu, who drives it strongly, and that could be a single. Yes, well fielded at long off, while Dylan just decides to walk that run. TKR shouldn't be that disappointed from this game. They need to pick themselves up very quickly for the second game right after this one. Back to back games for them today. Dylan has been cleaned up, trying a cheeky shot, trying to play a dab. I don't know what he was trying there. He was trying maybe just to dab it on the offside on a Yorker. York got Yorked and cleaned up his middle stump. So he returns back to the pavilion. 151 for three now, York TC. Just two more runs required. So we have Dylan who's coming to bat. Two runs needed, and he drives his first ball to mid off. Fielder inside the circle, no run added. And that's the end of the 17th over. 151 for 3, York CC. Two more required, and it's a very good over from Happy given the circumstances. So that's the kind of spirit that's needed from TKR. He's still fighting hard. He at least got some prep going on for the next game. 1 overs, 2 ones, 1 wicket. So Ravindu will take strike from the DMZ paintball end. Priyam to Ravindu, who gently dabs it for a single, and now just one more run needed for York CC, and Dylan gets that opportunity to score that winning run. He'll be facing Priyam. Short, and Dylan goes big, could be caught, and it is an amazing catch at long off. That's a very good catch. It was twirling in the air, very hard hit, went quickly to the fielder who did an amazing job taking that, and that should lift up some spirits from TKR. So 152 for 4, and we need just waiting on the new batsman to confirm who the new batsman is. So we have Nikhil Datta now joining. Ravindu, 1 run needed. And Priyank to Nikhil. Well bowled, Priyank. Nikhil dabs it back straight to the bowler. 152 for 4. And Nikhil drives it to mid wicket. Long on, and he goes through for a quick single, and that should wrap things up. That is the end of the innings. Game done. So that brings that make makes York CC kick off their start to the season, start to the tournament with a victory. 153 for 4 in 17.4 overs. Well guided by Ravindu Gunasekara. 65 of 45 balls, and an easy win, one might say, for York CC. So 153 for four, and that. So the next game in store will be between TKR and Avengers, which will start soon, and we will bring live coverage for that to you soon. We'll be back within the next 15 minutes, starting with coverage for that game. That will be the last game of the day on the opening day of Niagara T20 tournament. So please stay tuned, and we'll be right back in 15 minutes.